Hello, good to see you. My name's Tony, FMDNA. We're back for another experiment video today. If you can please leave a like on this video, I'll be much appreciated. A like does go a long way. So what are we doing? We've chosen a team. It's Notts County, formed in 1862, one of the oldest, if not the oldest football clubs in existence. Two-star reputation. Their manager is Ian Birchnell, and we have given them a bank balance of £1 billion, a transfer budget of £1 billion, a wage budget of 500 million and a sugar daddy front end. It's a 10-year experience to see how far that will take them. If you take a look at the season preview, we are odds on to win the league. We're 2-1. We do have two players in the Dream 11. We've got Carl Roberts, Jaden Richardson, who's on loan from Nottingham Forest. So the full squad of players looks like this. So now let's get to the 1st September before season 1 starts. So it's the 1st September and Ian Birchnell has signed 5 players. Everyone before Shannon Harrison was already here, all on free transfer. So he's not spent a penny of the £1 billion so far. He's brought in Shannon Harrison, Mitchell Bergkamp, the son of Dennis Bergkamp, Zen Mohammed, Terrell Thomas, Zeki Friars, and he is most probably the pick of the bunch with some good pedigree starting his football at Manchester United. So we've not spent a penny on transfer budget, but we are second place in salary per annum with a 1.95. So the league's not started great. We lost 2-1 against Barnet, we drew 1-1 Torquay, and we drew 2-2 Wrexham. So that leaves us with 2 points after 3 games. Now let's get to the end of season 1 and hopefully things have improved. So it's the end of season 1 and we did bring in some more players. They are Brandon Mason, Michael Fullerby, Mohamed Mahouch, Jasper Moon, Bradley Barry, Junior Coutinho, where Ian Birchnell spent some money, 275k, and given him 8k in wages. So Notts County finished 3rd in the league, 82 points. Sadly, they got beat in the semi-final of the playoffs against Solihull Moors 2-0. Let's see what season 2 brings. So season 2 is underway. The transfer window shut is the 1st September. Now let's take a look at Ian Birchnell's transfers. So who do we have? Kian Jenkins, Harrison McGahey, George McEachran, and Jaden Richardson, that was on loan last season, made permanent on a free transfer. So Ian Birchnell's not spent a penny on transfers. He let 6 players go out, 1 player on loan, 3 recently on free, 2 players going for 6.25k. So with them transfers, that takes us top of the salary per annum. We are now spending 3.27 million. Let's see how the season started. So it's not a great start. We lost against Dagenham Redbridge 2-0. We lost against Harrogate Town 2-0, but it has started to pick up. The league looks like this. So they're in 11th place. They played 7, won 3, drew 2, lost 2, points out of 11. Things are looking on the up. Hopefully this is their season. Let's get to the end of season 2. So before we check out the league table to see how Notts County get on, let's check out their transfers. They like to spend a bit of money in January, and they did. They spent it on Fraser Horsfall, Otis Khan, Nathan Sheron, Toby Uluwemi, Hayden Picard, not related to John-Luc Picard, Oliver Cooper, Callum Guy, and with those transfers they spent 205k for the season and sold a few players and bringing in 21k. Now let's check out the league table, and sadly yet again they're not promoted. They finished with 78 points, 5th place. They got knocked out in the semi-final of the playoffs against Woking. They lost on penalties. Let's hope season 3 is better. Let's get to the start. So it's the start of season 3. It's the 2nd of December. The transfer window is shut. Ian Birchnell is still in charge. Let's take a look at his transfers. So we have 6 players in, all on a free transfer. Yet again, he doesn't like spending money at the beginning of the season. He saves up for January. Who do we have in? We got Charlie Carter, Will Norris, Nathan Broadhead, Jacob Bedeau, Lewis Gordon, Adam Lewis. And 1 player out, Otis Khan, going for 15.5k to Lincoln City. We look at the season preview. So yet again, Notts County are odds-on favourite to win the league. We have 7 players in the Dream 11. Broadhead, Cooper, Carter, Guy, Lewis, Bedeau and Norris. Let's see how it started before we get to the end of the season. So not a bad start yet again. 2 draws, 3 wins. In the league, 4th place. Played 5, won 3, drew 2, 11 points. Is this going to be the season? Let's find out. And finally, yes, this is the season. They got 102 points. They are champions. Let's check out the transfers. Well, it was only 2 more players came in. Osman Kakay, and Matt Ollesund. It's took them 3 seasons, but they finally got their Sky Bet League 2. Let's get to the start. So it's the start of season 4. It's the 2nd of September. The transfer window is shut. I did forget to mention they did win Builder Base FA Trophy. They beat Wrexham 2-1 in the final. So not only did they win this league, they won the Builder Base FA Trophy, which was fantastic. If I take a look at their transfers for this season, they spent a little bit of money. So let's check out the players. We have Lewis Nielsen, Tim Akinola, Tim Udasuni, Dom Telford, and Jamie Hamilton, Ryan Broom, Paris Mahuma, and only 1 player out and 1 player out on loan. If I take a look at the season preview, the odds-on favourite to win it, and there are 3 players in the Dream 11, Kakay, Burdew, and Lewis. Let's check out their transfers and annual salary. On net transfer spend, they're top with 261k. They're also top with salary per annum with a 13.69 million, 12 million above the next team. Let's take a look at the squad and look at their wages. So over the seasons, they haven't actually spent much on transfers, but they are now starting to spend a lot of money on wages. 61k for Nathan Broadhead, and Will Norris is on the same, 61k. They're spending a lot of money on wages. Let's get to the end of season 4 and see if that's helped. So at the end of season 4, they did actually spend quite a bit of money. Now let's check out the players they brung in. Thomas Sang, Abu Adams, Ryan Leake, and George Urphy from Rochdale for 1.9 million. They also did bring in a little bit of money, selling on some players for 275k, but let's get to the league and see if they won promotion. And they have 83 points, back-to-back promotion, which is fantastic. Stutters a little bit in the Vanarama National League, but they're going from strength to strength. Let's see how they can do in season 5. So it's the start of season 5, and we take a look at their transfers. They brung in Elliot Watt, Billy Sass Davis, Ryan Delaney on a free, Abdul Malik, and Joel Randall. And 2 players out at the start of the season, Carl Watton goes out on loan, and Junior Quintina, it goes on a free transfer. So if I take a look at the season preview, it looks like this, which is 10th place, 20-1. We have no one in the Media Dream 11, and our key players are George Urphy and Elliot Watt. If we take a look at the league and how well did it start, so it's not started too badly, 2 wins, 2 draws, but they did get knocked out early in the Carabao Cup. So the league table looks like this: played 4, won 2, drew 2, goal difference of 5, points down of 8. Not a bad start at all. Now let's get to the end of the season to see if they won another back-to-back promotion. So at the end of season 5, there's a new man in charge. Ian Birchnell got sacked on the 18th of October, and they bring in Tony Mowbray on the 5th of November. We take a look at the league and see how well they've done. It's not been great. They finished 17th in the league with 55 points. If I take a look at their transfers for the season, they bring in 6 players, and they are Reda Kadra, Diverson, Sam Gallagher, Zach Viner, Yoel Barsones, Keane Bryan, and 2 players out on loan, and they're not spending the money, 200k for the season and bringing in 35k. They've got millions in the bank. It's time to spend it. Let's see if they do in season 6. So it's the start of season 6, and Tony Mowbray is spending a little bit of Notts County's money. He's brung in Jordan Story, Kesha Anderson, Liam Macaron. Leonardo Sierra looks like a very good young keeper. And finally, Jonah Oyunga. And 2 players going out on loan and 2 players going on the free, Ryan Leake and Tim Akinola. If we look at the season preview, so this is looking promising. Season preview, 2nd, 10-3. We have 1 player in the Dream 11, Kadra. I'm really interested to see what wages they're paying now, so let's take a look. So for a Sky Bet League 1 team, they are paying up the wages, but they do have a lot of money, but they're paying 77k a week. How did it start in the league? So in the league, not too bad. 3 wins, 1 draw, getting knocked out early in the Carabao Cup. But for the wages they're spending, you're expecting nothing less. If I take a look at the league table, 4th place, a very good start. Played 4, won 3, drew 1, 10 points on the board. Let's get to the end of season 6 and hopefully it's a promotion to the championship. So Tony Mowbray gets sacked just before Christmas, bar humbug. Who did they bring in? Okay, I'm going to apologise straight away. I'm going to get this completely wrong. Stahl Solbakken was the manager of Norway. Let's see how he got on. Not great. It's not been a great season. They finished 16th in the league. 59 points. If we take a look at the transfers for the year, they only brung in 1 player on loan, Curtis Nelson from Birmingham City. He looks good. Also, 1 player being sold to Abu Adams to Charlton Athletic. they're still not spending the money, which is bizarre. They've got a hell of a lot of money to spend, but they don't seem to want to spend it. Hopefully, in Season 7, they will spend the money. Let's check it out. So it's the 2nd of September. The transfer windows are shut for the start of Season 7. Let's see who they bring in. They brung in Joe Tomlinson, Shannon Charles, Jensen Metcalf, Adam Abrahams, Nicholas Ababo for a world record transfer fee. Let's bring this up. 21.5 million. Sky Bet League One team, Notts County, finally spending the money, and they've spent it big. 21.5 million. Who else is coming? Ivan Kublik, and the last one in is Therese Campbell. So yeah, they finally spent some money. 21.5 million. The rest are free transfers. Notts County do love the free transfers and paying out the wages, but they actually spent some transfer kitty for a change. A couple of players have gone out for a total of 1.25k. If I take a look at the season preview, what does that look like? And we're second favourites for the season preview. We have no one in the Dream 11, but I'm loving this. New manager, Grimsby Town, Danny Ings. If I take a look how well the season started, not great. 1 win the league, losing the Carabao Cup, and then 3 losses in the league. They did win in the Papa John's Trophy against Liverpool under 23s. The league table looks like this. They played 4, won 1, lost 3, -1 on goal difference, only 3 points on the board. They're in 20th spot. Do we reckon another manager's going to get sacked at the end of the season? I think we do. Right, let's get to the end of Season 7 to see if he's kept his job. So Stouse back and did get sacked. I'm not surprised. It wasn't a very good start. So who took over? Ellen Moe took over, but 5 months later, then he gets sacked. And Notts County, currently at this moment in time, do not have a manager. The job is out forever. We take a look at how they finished. Well, they finished 20th in the league, just avoiding relegation by 5 points. We look at their transfers for the season. They brought in 4 players. If we take a look at them, we have Jordan Garrick, Josh McPake, and I do apologise, Gagi Margavleshi, and Luke O'Neill on loan. And they did bring in a bit of money. They brought in 1.6 million. 1.5 million of that coming from Leonardo Sierra, who we've looked at before as a very good keeper. That is a really big mistake. Right, it's not been the greatest of seasons. Let's take a look at the start of Season 8. So it's the start of Season 8, and they do bring in a new manager, Martin de Brepka. It's the 2nd of September. The transfer window's shut, so let's check him out. And it looks like he spent a little bit of money. If we check out the players, he's brung in Brad Young, Alexander Ganacho for 5.75 million. They're spending some money, and he's on 30.5k a week. Also, Cameron Pring for 2 million, Ramal Palmer for 1 million. And then we get into a load of free transfers. Liam Martin, George Tomlinson, Tyler McGlaw, Michael Phillips, Luca Romero, Brooke Norton-Cuffey, and Adam Grant being the last one in. And they did bring in 275k from the sale of Shannon Charles. If we take a look at the season preview, we've dropped down a spot. We're third. We're 6-1 to win the league. We do have one player in the Dream 11, Alexander Ganacho. If I take a look of how it started, not too bad in the league. We won 3 out of 4. We did get knocked out again early in the Carabao Cup and did have a good 2-1 win against Blackpool in the Papa John's Trophy. So the league looks like this. 4th place, 9 points on the table. Like I said, it's a good start. I really want to check out wages. What are we spending to everyone else in the league? So we're top on net transfer spend, 7.93 million. We're also top on salary per annum, and we're spending 26.52 million. It's a lot, and we still can't get promoted. Well, I say we still can't get promoted. Maybe this is the season, Season 8, to get promoted to the Championship. Let's check it out. So we're straight in at the league, and sadly, they still can't do it. 72 points, 7th place in Sky Bet League 1, 1 point away from the playoffs. The manager's not been sacked, he's still in charge. How well, though, did he spend the money in January? So he didn't spend a single dime. No one else came in. Adam Grant was the last one in July. But yeah, okay, so we go again on Season 9. This has got to be the season, surely. If he spends the money wisely, I'm feeling promotion is on the cards. I've got my fingers crossed. I hope they do. I hope they do it. Let's check it out. So it's the start of season 9 and I'm feeling positive. So let's check out the transfers. Who's coming? We have Toby Uluwemi. And if you remember rightly, he was here years ago. On loan, 2022-23 season. He's back. 2029-2030 season for 190k. And who else is in? Lawrence Spencer for 575k. George Johnston for 2.6 million. Flynn Downs for 675k. And then it's the usual free transfers. Cameron Gregory, Matthew Bonswell, Sammy Smodics, and players out they bring in 24k. We take a look at the season preview. So they think Notts County are going to win the league. Favourites for the league. We have 4 players in the Dream 11. We have Therese Campbell, Garnacho, Ababa, and Uluwemi in goal. That's 4 players. That's not bad. I feel this is going to be good. How well did the season start? It's an unbeaten season so far. It's not too bad. And also they got through to the first round of the Carabao Cup and the second round of the Carabao Cup, which makes a change. So the league table looks like this. 8 points on the table and they're in 3rd place. It's looking good. Fingers crossed this is the season. Now let's check out end of season 9. So finally they did it. 82 points. Finished 2nd in the league. They're going up to the championship. 9 seasons taken, 1 billion in the bank balance, and they finally made it to the championship. We got 1 season. Next season, can we make it to the Premiership? First season attempt in the championship? We'll find out. So how well did they spend the money in January? So they bring in 6 players, and they are Luke O'Neill, and I can see up here he's transfer listed already, so that's a good bit of business. Bode Ballatore, Adam Watton for 1.5 million, Kane Vincent Young, Harry Tofello on loan, and also Ulader Ulafanwa. That was hard to say. And they sold a few players, bringing 850k. A very good season. Right, it's the start of season 10. Can we make it to the Premiership? It's a big ask. Let's get to the start. It's the start of season 10, and I missed out that Notts County won the Papa John's Trophy 2030. Fantastic. Another cup going along with the Builder Base FA Trophy. Not bad at all. They're only a 2.5 star rep team, which is not great. Martin de Brepke still in charge. We're in the Championship. Let's take a look at their transfers. I'm hoping they're spending a lot of money because this is it. The final season. Who do they bring in? Todd Cantwell for 1.1 million. Cucho Hernandez for 3.7 million. Ryan Longman for 6 million. And then it's the usual free transfers. Tom Fellows, Cameron Harper, Morgan Feeney, a 34-year-old Harry Winks, Sebastian Hosner for 1.9 million, Charlie Setford, and finally, I apologise again, Marcio Marcherio from Arsenal on loan. Only 1 player going out on a free transfer. The season preview looks like this. Well, season preview is 14th, 25-1. As long as they don't get relegated, I'll be happy. But if somehow they could sneak into the playoffs and get promoted to the Premiership, I would love it. They've got no one in the Dream 11, but I'm not surprised. You've got people like Tammy Abraham knocking about in the Championship, so this is going to be hard. Let's see how the final season ends. So if we take a look at the transfers they brought in January for the final season, they spent 29.5 million overall, and they brung in Tariq Mitchell, Ellis Parry, Casey McAteer for 5.75 million, Chris Popoff for 3.1 million, Craig Pearce for 2.4 million, and Pedro Gahern for 8.25 million, and then Callum Britton for 3.1 million. So they have finally spent a lot of money in the Championship. If we take a look at the league table for the last time. So the final league table, they finished in 17th spot, 57 points. It's not bad. 10 years in, starting at the beginning, £1 billion, they got all the way to the Championship from the Vanarama National League. I feel a couple more transfer windows and they'll be there or thereabouts for the Premiership. They would be. Actually, let's find out. Let's go 5 more years. So 5 more years into the future, so it's 15 years. They still didn't do it. They're 7th in the Championship. Losing out on goal difference from the playoffs. But how's the past 5 years gone? So it's gone like this. So we finished 17th in the Championship when we last left them. Then the following season they finished 17th again. Then they finished 18th. But then it gets better, 10th. then 7th, then, because that's the 2034 to 35 season, we're in the 2035 to 36 season at this moment in time, and they finished 7th again. So they're really, really close. I'm not going to go no more. 15 years is enough. Thank you so much for watching. If you can please leave a like on this video, I would really, really appreciate it. A like does go a long way. Please, just hit that like button, and that will help me out. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back again. I have loads more videos on the channel. And I'll see you for the next video. I'll see you then.